Hey guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House, and I can't get into the tiny house, so I'm going to show you how exactly I do that in the wintertime. I'll zoom in on the lock and show you. Now, because it's got a plastic coating here, I got to be careful not to melt the plastic. So I got to kind of turn the unit this way. Apply some heat. A little too much heat. And then I can smell the burning plastic a little bit. And the heat will travel through the metal and hopefully down to unlock what I want to do. So obviously I got to give it some more heat. Catching stuff on fire, and voila. So there you go, a little fire to unlock things. We'll see inside. I gotta turn the heat on. It is awfully cold, and I'm actually going to use this torch next on my dad's trailer because I need to, he has my orange ladder in there, and I need it in here today for doing that lighting in the storage room. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, got the fire on. I'm gonna quickly run over the temperatures here before I get to work and before the fireplace noise happens. So, super cold out, 19.2 Fahrenheit outside, 82% humidity. Humidity's held its own inside the tiny house at 63%, and it is 20.1 Fahrenheit inside, so not much warmer, but at least the humidity's normal. Let's see. It is colder than that outside because this temperature setup does not incorporate wind chill, or aka the wind. And it is windy out and blowing little dusting of snow around. It is bitter. So that's why I said, instead of I'm sorry I didn't go in and pull the noisy fan yet, but I need the heat on because my hands were freezing even with gloves on. So that's that. Everything's good on solar. I put on the my clean running shoes because the slippers ain't gonna cut it for this floor. 14.7, 14.8. That's pretty good actually. I don't have the rest of the lights on or the other fans, but I just have the ceiling fan on above the fireplace, 12 volt, and it's doing its thing. So that's pretty good. I got the ladder over from my dad's trailer. I had to torch the lock to get into it as well. Uh-oh, here comes the noise. I'll make this quick. Staple gun, brought that over for the wiring, and then I'll come back to you guys once this noise is gone, okay? See you in a bit. Alright guys, what you're looking at here is the mess of wires I have for the solar closet, and I'm having trouble finding a spot to basically charge up all the little power packs and such. So I'm thinking about using this as a shelving unit, but what I discovered, if I tilt you guys down, what I want to do is kind of put it, this is be the top of it, and it'll go all the way across. Because that way I have access to the basically all my USB devices will be laid across here. This one will stay, that's the battery charger, and then I can charge everything via the 12 volt solar off the grid. So I have these planter boxes that I ripped out that I probably won't be using again, but so I was just messing around, and they actually are the right length for me to incorporate in here. And then I can put that nice shelving panel over top to cover up, you know what I mean? Just slide it in. So if I drop this down and put it into place, just about there is kind of where I'm heading with this thing. Things should work out okay. So that's what I'm kind of looking at. Now this one isn't perfect, obviously, because this is all made out of scrap, so nothing was really measured and cut perfectly, right? But I have enough play here that, you know, it's just going to be a little shelving unit in here, so I can put all my skier and charge everything. So hopefully that makes sense for you guys. And then I'll just put this shelving unit on top once it's properly cut to size and go from there. Now I'm looking at this upside down on the viewfinder, so hopefully it's getting across to you guys. So yeah, so this is kind of like I got some silicone left over I got to get rid of, but this is pretty good setup, I think. The batteries aren't too heavy, but if I'm gonna have like a whole whack of stuff here, eventually I'm gonna need something like this. So definitely gonna have to put this in. So I'll get started, and I have two sections of this actually to use. So the only thing is, when I pull this out of here, I have some wires to contend with. This one obviously I can just tuck up here for now. This is the USB battery charger. So I'm going to tuck him up out of the way, hopefully. Okay. Now this, I have a strap here for the, this is 120 volt that was an extension cord, so I can actually pull that out and just kind of maybe tuck the wire out of the way for now. And then the wires on the back side, on this side, I can probably just tuck out a little bit, so I don't want too much stuff, you know, messing around. And here's my these are the feed into the ceiling, these wires here, so I kind of don't want to screw around too much, but it'd be really nice to have a nice surface area. It'll clean the tiny house up for charging and everything too. So I'm gonna pull that out of there. I'll be back in a sec because I gotta grab this nut driver to pull this screw out. But yeah, I'll see how, and it'll use up these scrap pieces that are kind of you know, they're not doing anything, and I don't think I'll be reusing them whatsoever. So if I use both here and put a shelving, it'll be perfect. And I know they're super overkill for this, for a little shelving for some battery packs, but it uses them up, and then you know, it's going to clean everything up. I'm going to use everything I have. I'm basically using up as much stuff as possible without throwing anything out. Some say they probably wouldn't do that, but when you're on a budget build, guys, that's the way it is. Alright, so we'll see you guys in a bit.